So guys, it's this road. Today we have Gold Speed Ahead! Episode 5. We'll be focusing on army positioning and defending. I hope you enjoy it. Have a good time. Alright, so last week we focused on harassing. It was quite a bit of fun, you know, DTs, warp prisms, Templars in a warp prism, Zealots run by, Stalkers harassing above or behind the mineral line versus planetaries. This week we're going to focus on army positioning. So basically, every time we make units, we're going to be positioning them to make sure it looks pretty and that when we get attacked or when we move out to attack, our army is in a nice concave. So we'll be mostly defending, and then until a certain point where I find it that the opposition is too weak and that he's just dragging the game too long, then we're gonna go try to kill him. So yeah, we're gonna start with a gate expand, and then after that I'll do forge expand. I think forge expand is a little easier. Gate expand is... so my hotkeys are there. Forge expand is a little bit easier because I feel like gate expand is just... you have to adapt so much. And every game is a lot different. Forge expand is a little bit linear. But that's a problem at my level because it makes it very easy for Zergs to drone up. So that's why in tournament you have to mix both at my level, and that's what I've been doing a lot of gate expand and getting slowly better at it. So I'll be commentating, you know, what you need to do with the build and everything, and when we get to the army positioning, I'll explain why my army looks that way or this way. Alright, so you want to scout after the gate. The reason is you want to know if they have a gas, you want to know if it's an early pool, you want to know if it's 3 hatch before pull. If it's 3 hatch before pull, you want to try to pressure it with 4 gates. So 1 gate, take an expand, and then 4 gates. That doesn't mean you will succeed to pressure it, but so far that's what I think you need to do. And also take everything I say with a grain of salt if you're like watching this but you're like, I'm master, because I'm still, you know, learning every day on how to do gate expand better. Okay, so this guy is angry. He's angry, very angry. So 3, 6, 7 pull. All right. Fortunately for us, we open gate first. I'm gonna. This looks a little bit silly, but the reason I did this is that there's like a choke entrance. So basically my first pylon is a little bit skewed. It should be 1 square up. That's what I did past couple days, but I don't know, this game I was in a bad habit or something. So is he gonna come for the pylons? So he might kill that, so we cancel it right away. And I got my Zots surrounded, that's very bad. And he got scared and he pulled out. So I got lucky. So we'll make the Mothership Core. Not a big fan of the Mothership Core, but we'll get it anyway. The reason I'm not a big fan is because Lings are really quick. Lings are really quick, so you have reduced mobility when you choose to go for a Mothership Core. I think he's droning up behind this, so we'll start trying to take and expand. Oh, that was a move command. One of the perks of having 100 APM or less. Be crazy. And yeah, at this point, you know, he has to drone up. So those 3 Zealots with a recall are like the king of the jungle. Like, he's gonna be, oh, I don't think he droned up, so we're gonna pull back. If he has that many Lings, pull back, get a sentry out, chrono it, and just wait a little bit. Wait for the wall, for some sort of wall. Yeah, usually if you didn't do an early pull, you want to make a zealot, and then you cancel it if there's no links coming. But with your probe, you should know if there's links coming, if it's an early pull. But you still want to make the zealot, just in case they go for. We're gonna move out here because I'm gonna have recall, and I can just do a full wall off, and I'm gonna have Wargate, and I'm gonna make a sentry behind that, and then we'll do Stargate. Stargate's the most popular opening right now with Gate Expand. Put a little bit of workers, transfer. So you don't want to have more than 16. I know it says 24, but that's just Blizzard being silly. But yeah, you wanna make the zealot because they might edge block you, and if you weren't making at least one zealot, or if you weren't starting the zealot already, it's gonna be a pain. Here I'm gonna make sure I walk past the Overlord because I don't want my. Oh, this is good. I have 2 force fields. I think I can kill the natural. Here, the most common route is to go for Phoenixes. But because I already killed a queen, I'm gonna go for an oracle, because an oracle beats a queen. I think the sentry will die. Yep. So we saved 2 zealots, and we killed his expand. So we're gonna send those zealots at the tower, because I want my oracle to be able to walk at the middle of the map. Grab the gases. Start a robo. Usually that's the follow-up to Stargate. Whoops. Usually that's the follow-up to Stargate. A robo is the most common follow-up. So there's quite a few overlords everywhere. I don't have a forge. It's a little awkward.
An omen. It is destined. I see.
So yeah, I don't see a future for this guy. Make a few stalkers because it actually deals more damage. Send the other oracle at the natural, where the queen is. He lost every drone. Did my army get out of position? Yeah, oh, he killed the gate and then my army tried to chase him. Alright, so GG. Alright, so the first game was interesting. It was a 7 pool, as you can see right here. I mean, the army positioning wasn't what I'm hoping to achieve with this episode is to get like maybe like 20 units and always have like a good positioning that if he attacks us, we're ready to defend. So a few people in chat are new to this show. It's called Gold Speed Ahead! And it's a show where I play on a gold account with 100 APM or less. And yeah, I just commentate, and every episode has a different team. So far, the first 2 episodes were just like, you know, no team, just like starter episodes. After that, we did 1 base all-ins. This episode is last week we did harassing, and yeah, we're gonna scout on 9. And this week is army positioning and defending. If you have a good suggestion for a team or something you'd like to learn, you can suggest it. If I think it can be a good subject for, you know, a 1 hour episode, I will use it. I'll give you a shout out too. I think army positioning someone suggested, but I don't think I remember his name right now. And but for future episodes, I'll give you a shout out if you suggest a good idea. Yeah. Next week, if we don't have any suggestions, I was thinking 2 base all-ins. So even if and it will be 2 base all-ins at some point. This guy wants to CC first, I think. Otherwise, the barracks would have been started. Or okay, maybe not. Maybe grab the gas first. We're gonna check that out in a second. Okay, gas first. So this guy wants to do reactor aliens. Can I kill it? Can I kill it? Can I kill it? I want to kill it so bad. Oh, 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 oh. Alright, that was disappointing to say the least. So 4 chrono and probes versus Terran. I used to do 3 for a little while. Maybe in previous episodes you saw me say do 3 and not 4. Aw, why'd you end up on the other hand, on the other side? How could this happen to me? Alright, let's see. Alright, I had to ban someone in chat. Give them a chance of moving on with their life. That individual knows I'm talking about him. I wish you the best, buddy. Alright, so Mothership Core first. Yeah, I killed the SCV, that was kind of cool. And I'm gonna kill another SCV because this guy's not paying attention. So the big thing about what he's doing, which is a really quick factory, is it could be aliens. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a building here, which is gonna make it easier. Or you know what? We're just gonna chrono that stalker. I should have chronoed a little bit earlier. The reason it's not gonna affect me is because his barracks was really delayed. So but just having 2 stalkers here makes it that the aliens can't run in. So, oh, I didn't know I keyed the Mothership Core. So we're gonna scout with the Mothership Core. I thought about scouting, then I changed my mind. And the problem with, well, it's not really a problem. I don't go for Forge here. Usually I would go Gate, Robo, Forge. But here I'm going to go Gate, Robo, Gate, Gate. Because I can't take my natural until I know aliens are not a threat. So going 3 gates, usually good. Sometimes they'll do Banshee, so that can backfire the route I'm taking. Oh, so you see the aliens. But if he goes Banshee, cannons are quite useful. I can still go for, you have maybe a proxied starport. That's a thing to keep in mind. Actually, I can kill 2 Marines. I can kill 2 Marines. If it's proxy the starport though, I will be sad. Oh, you see, so he can get in, he's quite sad. I killed the SCV, I'm moving on. Oh, I'm supply block. And at the moment he has only 2 aliens, he's no longer a threat. Because it takes 3 aliens to one-shot probes. So yeah, that's the reasoning. Also, Observer was made very late, a little sloppy. Yeah, no, at this point we can grab the gases. So army positioning, just always make sure like it's spread. And then the Mothership Core will get it closer. We'll get a sentry just in case he runs past the aliens. Also we have the Forge, so we'll get a cannon per middle line. just in case there was a starport and I didn't see it. And then make sure you spend your chrono boost on probes. And not the supply block. You don't want to look goofy. If you want to look goofy, then be my guest and get supply block. Make sure to not have an Artosis pylon. Make sure to make a tasteless pylon next to your Artosis pylon. Usually if you have a quick Robo Bay, you'll only be... Oh, there was a mine. He was scared. The Marine that survived. So you see, late starport. And is it mech? No, he's going into bio. So, I think he saw the shimmer. Run. Yes. Yes. Oh, he didn't stutter step and he got stuck behind the command center. Well, perks of playing gold players, eh? Supply block again. Maybe I belong in this league. Just maybe. Always chrono the colossus, really important. So at this point we're gonna start spreading our army since there's only 2 aliens left. We're actually gonna go and try to find the remaining 2 aliens. Taking the watchtower. We're gonna start spreading some probe. That's a little preemptive, but I add full energy, so it's not like a complete waste. On this map I like to add my additional gate behind my natural, but that's a personal preference. There's no bad building positioning. If it blocks you from defending and running inside your base, that's bad positioning. Anything else is okay. Also, putting tech buildings like right here is kind of bad because drops versus Terrans and Mutas, and then Void Rays versus Protoss. I don't really have good vision of what he could be doing, so we're going to move those observers a little bit. I thought I sent a probe there. So 3 Colossus, getting range, getting blink, getting more gates. Yeah, just living the dream, really. So the army positioning, let's get to that. You see, like, if attacks up this ramp, we'll be ready. Of course, right now I don't have any vision. I don't have any watchtowers, so that's. We're gonna go for armor and a second forge. Artosis pylon. So we're getting a second forge because we're about to have the third. Transfer. Add the gases. One more probe. Hotkey the Colossus. Make sure the Colossus are not on move command. That actually cost me a game of Matter versus Gusu User earlier today. Make sure to have a cannon terminal line. There's a few styles you can do versus Terran. You don't have to get Storm. You can just max out on Blink Stalkers and Colossus, and then get charge lots behind it, and 1 Archon or 2. That's a very strong style. The reason that style is strong is when you have an upgrade advantage, it's going to push your... You should have like army advantage and upgrade advantage. It's a good thing. I never transform those gates. I like to hotkey my Colossus when I don't have Templars. It makes it easier because the Stalkers can stutter step, and the Stalkers can stutter step, but so can the Colossus. So I don't know, maybe this guy likes to play with fire. Move, spread those so we can blink. I think he's very sad. The perks of playing in Gold League Oh. It must not be my hotkeys or something. Add more gates. Keep the upgrades rolling. And we're gonna go for the Archons shortly. You see, like, if he attacks... Oh, I'm so bad. But if he attacks, I just have really good army positioning. Of course, if he'd be attacking my third, we're gonna move in for that. And that's if he'd be attacking my third. Well, can be a little bit more pretty and move a little bit of collosus right here. You always want the Archons in front. That's if he's attacking my third. I think he's dropping me again. From his Marines moving. It looked like they were following a medevac. But I might be wrong. It looks like I was wrong. No. We're just gonna leave those few zealots. Those upgrades are not that good, and we're gonna go attack him. I didn't bring and I should have started a fifth base or fourth base. Okay, so before we attack, army positioning. Zealots in front with the Archons. Link back. Mothership Core did not follow. Sentry did not follow. So we should be good to go. And one thing you can do is you can click right here to the side to like spread it more and then use stop command. Of course it kind of stops my sentry and my Mothership Core from following. That's the only downside. And then yeah. So we're gonna spread a little bit and then attack. Try to stutter step with. Try to move the Archons in the front. See, army positioning and defending is really important. Even like it's funny I'm making an episode about this because I'm the worst at doing that. I'm the typical Protoss that makes a big ball and doesn't look back. And it's really important to try to be better. Alright, so let's keep going forward. If you have questions about army positioning or defending, feel free to ask in chat. If you have questions about the game I played, feel free to ask in chat. If it's something else, come back in 40 minutes after the show. Trying to focus on army positioning. If you guys have suggestions about future episodes, go and write it to me on Twitter or in the YouTube description on YouTube, or Facebook works as well. The reason is if I'm doing the show right now, you can bet your bananas that I'm busy trying my best, to play under 100 APM and commentating and trying to say insightful things as much as I can. So yeah, the goal of this is really army positioning and defending. So a few people in chat are suggesting aggressive builds, but I really want to focus because army positioning is easiest to execute when you're defending, and it really factors in. If you're attacking, it's a little harder. You're moving into concave, you can't really spread as well, so we're gonna go for a 1 gate expand, just very standard, the Naniwa style. Who knows, maybe Naniwa took his build from a Korean during his time in Korea. That poor Korean will never get his copyrights. He wanted to be rich, but instead he was stuck in Korea. Poor guy. I'm getting theory. Poor guy. Alright, so we scouted for proxies. We scout we scouted for proxies, 3 quantum probes. We're gonna do 4 actually with this build. He's scouting us. Four. Right after we'll be getting the gas. I actually like to take a probe to build from the gas if I have 16, so I don't have to like pay attention to having 2 per patch. And if my mineral line is not at 16 yet, I like to take a probe that's alone on a patch, so it's easier to put back after, if that makes sense. This is a gold show, we might be talking above your heads, so keep that in mind. Bear with me. Oh, forgot to hotkey the cybercore. I like to hotkey the cybercore because you can keep track of your warp gate research progress and everything, and those probes are bouncing. Stop! Alright. So he's getting a mothership core? I think. It's not flashing like a mothership core. Like the mothership core is like going into the sky. It's like, you know, there's a mothership core that's it's like a storm. Like the clouds get gray. Like you'll see it in a second. It's like, what on my mothership core? You see this? It goes into the sky. Like, "Bada! It's coming!" Alright, so get the expand, get the sentry. Here with the stalker, when you want to try to scout a little bit. The sentry, you don't want it too close to the ramp. The mothership core, you want to scout, maybe for a proxy Stargate. So I haven't found this probe, so we're going to give up. You don't want to go too far. Okay, so we haven't found anything so far. We'll make a proxy panel and then we'll suicide this probe for information or army positioning. The mothership core, you want to keep it back. The sentry, you want to keep it back. And the stalker, if you have good reflexes, you can leave it there. It kind of sucks I don't have a pylon here because that really helps to warp in. He doesn't have an expand, so we're going to add a 3rd gate. Okay. Well, it seems that we're gonna scout again with hallucination. Maybe it's just he's not in the know about the good metagame. He had a robo. It could still be DT, so we're gonna make sure to look for blurs. We're gonna get 2 stalkers in their main mineral line in case it is Oracle. And it's a quick forge. It's a quick forge, okay. Okay. And no expand. Okay. I said I was gonna defend, but there's he's gonna have +1, but I'm gonna have too much. Like 8 probes like this and 16 probes here is about 1,000 income, like 1,000 mineral income steady. Like if this would be a cast, I would have like 1,000, like you said, you know, like the income, like of 30 workers maybe versus 27 or 30, and he's got about 800 or 750, and I've got 1,000. Even though we have the same amount of workers, just having a natural is a world of difference. So the reason I'm gonna go and kill him now is because there's no reason to spend more time in this game. My army is just bigger, and it's gonna get bigger. Of course I could, you know, Stargate and everything. Let's say if he would be attacking right now, we just spread our units. You don't want the immortals in the front. You don't want them to get force fielded and killed. And we're gonna move. Now when we move, we have to be careful. Oh crap. Okay. Turn back! So it's a null. So we're gonna... That's good. That's the goal of this episode. Make a few zealots in front. I'm gonna pick this zealot and go drop it. Keep spreading those zealots. There you go. It's like playing Legos. Of course, sometimes you have to go micro your minerals and build buildings like pylons. I'm about to get supply block. Try to trap a few units up and pull the zealots since they can't attack at that time. Oh, it didn't pick the zealot. Okay. The reason is it didn't pick the zealot because it wasn't finished. It's like a little glitch that I should know. Hey, get this one back up there. And yeah, he's pretty sad. Alright. Oh, we ran out of force fields. You see our beautiful concave? Go through! Yeah, so this account is in gold. The owner of GG Tracker plays in between episodes. So our APM was at 70. Of course, sometimes it goes a little above 100. But yeah, it's just to do it under 100 APM. Alright, so again, if you have questions about army positioning, defending, or some of the games I've played so far, feel free to ask.